So I'm just here to remind you guys how incredible the Hulk really was before they reduced him to whatever this mass was. So this is part of my review of She-Hulk. But before we continue to talk about the review, let me show you this footage. This is just shared by Top Movie Clips here. This is basically footage from the Mark Ruffalo Hulk in the first Avengers movie. So let's watch it a little bit together, right? So here Hulk is basically following this young girl who leads him to this sort of abandoned house somewhere in the outskirts of the town. And he realized that he's been lured here to meet up with Natasha Romanoff.
You know, for a man who's supposed to be avoiding stress, you picked a hell of a place to settle.
Avoiding stress isn't the secret.
Then what is it? Yoga?
You brought me to the edge of the city. Smart.
So at this point, you can already see how Bruce Banner is, analyzing not only what, is what has been done to him by Widow, right? They've brought him to a safe place where they can corner him, where potentially they could attack him because that's what he's been going through his entire life. But on top of that, he's also assessing his surroundings. He's looking around, he's calculating, he's finding a way out because he's constantly been put in that position. He has to start to think quickly before things get out of hand, before the Hulk shows up and everything gets into a complete mess. He's trying to think whether he can get out of this in his regular human form. So he's actually
Assume
checking,
the whole place is surrounded.
he's calculating, he's looking out for potential enemies.
Just you and me.
This is the stress that the Hulk goes through, right? She-Hulk went through absolutely none of this trash,
That
right?
means you're an actress,
Yeah.
buddy.
So
She's
yeah,
spy
I'm
too.
asking about the little girl, which is fine, not really that
We
important,
never
but
lost you, Doctor.
um,
We've kept our distance.
so
Nick
here she
Fury
talks
seems
about
to
Nick
have known.
Fury and how he
And what
wants
if
to meet
the
with him.
other guy says no?
So you see here, he already has this duality that he struggles with, the other personality that's living in his body, which is the Hulk. And this is something that he's been struggling with for many, many years before he was finally able to get himself into that perfect Professor Hulk body, which is what it's called in the comics. It's called Professor Hulk, not Smart Hulk, not Peter Tingles. It's called Spider Sense, right? Don't forget what really things are called anymore these days. Jeez, Marvel. Peter Tingles. Wow. Okay. Anyway, back to this. So,
You've been more than a year without an
yeah.
incident.
So he's been avoiding turning into the Hulk, and eventually she gets to the part where she shows him the Tesseract,
Has the
and
potential
look at
ability
this.
to wipe
So
out the planet.
puts his glasses on. He picks it up.
What does Fury want me to do? Swallow it?
So this is actually funny, right? This is how you put in a little quip, a little joke inside this intense scene where Natasha Romanoff, a deadly Russian assassin, who's she's barely qualified as a superhero, is meeting up with another guy who's barely qualified as a superhero, the Incredible Hulk, who has been known for nothing but chaos and destruction. So in this little moment, he cracks this joke where what does Fury want me to do? Swallow it? This is a good joke. Not making fun of the Hulk, not putting down the Hulk or Thor or Captain America's ass. That's not the point. Like this is a legitimate joke that you could believe that the Hulk would make, or rather Bruce Banner would make in the situation. I don't think Hulk ever cracks a joke, right?
He wants you to find
So
it.
here we
It's
go.
been taken. It emits a gamma signal.
So she needs him because he can trace gamma radiation better than everyone else, apparently. So she convinces him that Fury is looking only for him, and that's what she believes. And so Bruce Banner, interrogates her, asking her, "Do you think that's all? And does Fury tell you everything? Does he really tell you what he's really after?" And watch this.
Talk to Fury. He needs you on this.
He needs me in a cage.
No one's gonna put you in a
Stop lying to me!
Okay, look at the intensity of the moment. It's not only the music and the change of pace, right? Mark Ruffalo's acting in this scene, but look at this. Look at this. Now look at his change of expression.
I'm sorry. That was mean. I just wanted to see what you do.
This is the moment Natasha Romanoff absolutely shat herself. This was death staring at her in her face. And she knew it doesn't matter how many hundreds of soldiers are waiting out there to back her up, it would take less than a second for her to be squashed in the hands of the Incredible Hulk. Sure, she had a fantastic chase scene where she ran for her life in the Avengers ship because there's like so many tunnels and like passages where she could navigate her way through and through. Even that was terrifying. But here, where is she gonna go in this house, right? He will take like two seconds to turn into the Hulk, and then it doesn't matter how fast your legs can carry you, you're dead. There's nothing she could do. So yeah,
True.
she pulls her gun out, thinking that's gonna hopefully help her.
Why don't we do this the easy way where you don't use that and the other guy doesn't make a mess?
You see how Bruce Banner has no fear of death whatsoever because he knows the Hulk will come to his defense and unfortunately to everyone else's
Okay,
demise. That's fear.
Natasha.
That's pure fear. It doesn't matter how great of an assassin she is, how deadly she is, how many people she has put down, but this scene captures to you just how incredibly amazing and terrifying at the same time the Hulk is. And they've reduced this awesomeness, this dynamic, this style of cinematography, these dialogues, to this trash. So I'm just here to remind you guys how big of a difference this is compared to this, right? This is a monumental difference, right? This film is 10 times, maybe more, better than whatever this was. And that was a film. This is a TV series, which means you guys probably got to bear a few hours of this nonsense. But I ain't, because I'm not going to watch beyond episode 1, so that's it from me. Take care, guys. I'm done with this.